So I have a piece of wood that I'm going to experiment with on doing some type of epoxy work on it. Seems to have a few little cracks, some wormholes, more cracks, more wormholes. Another crack up there, another one up in here. So we're going to experiment with this one. I'm going to mix some color epoxy, 2 different colors I think, and we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Because all I want to do is kind of fill these in. The problem being is I don't want to waste tons of epoxy while this all soaks down inside. So I gotta see what happens here. So we'll take it one step at a time. So let me think about this and I'll be right back. Alright, we are going to experiment with this a little bit. I've got the powdered dye color, and then I've got some liquid that came in that I haven't tried yet. So what do we have here? Let me see. Well, we have pink, whatever this one is. That kind of looks like a greenish of some sort. That could be a possibility. The yellow is not going to happen. This type of a red, I guess that's black. I'm looking, apparently they go by the color here, because I definitely can't read that there. Oh, it does say right there purple in real small print. Alright, but it's got a purple label on it too. The violet, which is another shade of purple. I can't even see what this is, something red. And this is like a blue. So I don't know. I'm looking at these colors here. They all look not really that great. But let me see here. I guess I want it to pop a little bit, but I don't want to make it, you know. Well, let's see what we have here for the envelopes for color. That's a purple. Not going there. I have no idea what the hell that is, but it's like a brown. This is that glow in the dark. I'm not going to use that. That's black. Samurai. Purple. That's a red of sort. Now here's a couple of decent blues. I like these blues better than this blue. But that one's darker, so I would probably have to use less. But I think I'm going to well, I don't know. Can you guys see this? What do you think? I don't know. You guys see that? I don't know which one here that would be the right one to use and not the right one to use. I guess I can try to marble them together a little bit. Alright, let's do this. I'm going to start with the blue. We'll get an idea of what's going on. And how much I really need of it, because that's another story. This is a powder, by the way. Alright, hold on a minute. little jar. And I gotta figure out the measuring on this, because they want you to buy their measuring setup. But if I remember right, it's, I can't remember right, I'm gonna have to read it. Because if they talk about their syringe on measuring it, you know, so it makes it tough when you have to break it down. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do anything here. What I'm going to do, here's what we're going to do. I'm not going to start anything until I figure out what this is going to be doing for me. So let's just pour a little bit of this and mix it up and see how it reacts. And I'll just pay attention to the mixing. That ain't going to work. Hold on, guys. Let me back this up a little bit so you can see more what I'm doing. I'm going to open this up and mix a little bit in the baby food jar. Yeah, baby food jar. Believe it or not, our boys, all except for Bear, they like baby food. So we give it to them as a snack. You know, if they like it, what are you going to do? So they like a little treat, you know, so that's what they get. Alright, now let me see here. Let me get an old screwdriver here and pop this out. Yeah. Oh, that's a Phillips. That ain't going to work. It's not the one I tried to grab. This is the one I tried to grab. All right, now I should have, I know I do have it. Let me see where you get it. Hold on. You can buy these on the internet. They're medicine syringes. You know, and you have different sizes, and they have the liters and the meters and all that kind of crap on there. So you can definitely buy these, like I said, on the internet. We use them a lot when we're giving the boys their medication. Because, okay, what do we have here? Let me think. We have approximately 8. Okay. So there's 8. I'm going to do it one more time, make it 16. They give me a little bit to work with. I want 8, I don't want 9. There, okay, so 8 and 8. That takes care of that one. I'll put the top back on it. Or try to anyway. Do a little of that just to seal it a little bit, just in case. Now we get another syringe. And okay, so we got 16 milliliters. So let me see. Let's take how much? Was there any in this can? Yeah, very little. They could have put this in a smaller can, that's for sure. Marketing. Let's give you more than what you need. Or make it look like you're getting more than what you need. Alright, so this is going to be 5. So we're going to leave that at 5, and I'm going to mix it. So we have 5 and 16. Because I don't remember the actual ratio, to be honest with you. Because again, they have a syringe kit, and it tells you on it, but it doesn't give you, you know, 1-to-1 or 4-to-1. It doesn't give you any of that. Now I'm not going to apply this to this because I really don't know how it's going to react. But I will take, let's take a little pink. And you got to shake it because I've seen this, the solids on the bottom. Okay, let me pin in front. We'll just put about that much in there. Now we're going to mix it up. And when I pour this on a piece of wood, wood that I have over there, I'll mark the jar 5 and 16. And just for the hell of it, hold on a minute. I'm going to make a little noise here for a second. As long as I'm going to pour it on the wood, I might as well pour it into that little groove. So we'll kind of get an idea how it's going to look. Now that liquid gave me somewhat of a transparent for what I used it in, so we'll see. Because transparency isn't too bad, I can deal with that. You do want to mix it well. And this is 16 milliliters of the resin and 5 milliliters of the hardener. And normally I would just do this, I'm thinking anyway. Again, we're going to experiment here on some woods before we, that's not going to be deep enough. So we're just going to pour it on there like that and let it be. And if it doesn't harden, I can add a little bit more of the hardener to it, which will give me a little bit of an idea on what it needs and what it doesn't need. It's not going to be exact, but it's going to be closer to what I'm doing now. Okay, so we have 16 milliliters of resin. And we have 5. Let me do this. 5 milliliters of hardener. Okay. So we'll let that sit for a few minutes. I'll tell you, I haven't opened this can yet. Now see the size of this can? It's about here. So it's a little more than a quart, I guess, but it's definitely deceiving because it's not a full can. For the price that you pay, you think it would be, but however, it's not. All right, so meanwhile, I'm going to let this just sit for a while. What time is it? It is 11:39 a.m. and it's, what's today? Today's Thursday, actually. It's 7/18/19. So I'm going, and it's a rainy day out there. So, but meanwhile, I am going to turn off the camera, let this sit for a while, and then I'll bring it back up as I go. And the other thing is, prop it first.
Where's everyone? We the first too?
Yes, we are.
You won't be having these problems that I'm having. Now again, all this mess, once I put this on the belt sander, all this shit will come off, and all we should have is what I'm putting in.
Stick a couple of Sour Patch Kids in between. It's delicious. So there need struggles with.
That's if I can ever get this filled.
That help is movement, okay?
Good morning. Is that your pancake batter? Yeah. It's way too thin. The Russian pancakes. Oh, what are Russian pancakes?
I guess I could have made this bigger,
Russian flour.
but I wanted to work within the natural crack, you know, of the wood, not with me adding it or making it any bigger.
Hey crew, you can start boiling egg cups. Copy that.
These are Russian pancakes.
And what I'm thinking is, because there will be a next time, if the crack is too big, maybe I'll fill it in with some clear silicone first, so that I only need just a little bit. I mean, you only need like, you know, 1/4 inch, if that, of the color.
Perfect. That baby's done.
I'm calling you over next on this. Yeah, I need a little steam. All about the steam, me. Woo, baby, now it's a party. That is a lot better than this.
You're really gonna enjoy that drink later, boys.
Oh yeah. What do you think it's gonna be like?
I think the only saving grace will be that it's Sandy's turn.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't, like, honestly, if the rest does nothing,
Think she might get fired?
yeah.
Now this was filling up nice, but all of a sudden it just kind of like sucked right out.
It's all about the food.
The tip needs to be divided amongst the rest of the crew that have done their job.
How do you have such a nice ass?
And it really shouldn't be, because I've got a good seal over here. That was one of my main concerns. That's why I put the tape there. However, it appears that that's giving me a hard time because everything is leaking right out behind the tape. Okay, so I'm glad this is an experimental piece. I'm going to put a couple of toothpicks in here to help, or possibly help, keep everything in place.
Go back to school with an extra 15% off at Kohl's. Save on bedding sets, small electrics, and other dorm essentials. Plus, save even more on your home purchase. Plus,
Okay.
everyone gets Kohl's Cash. Plus, free Amazon returns now at all Kohl's stores. This weekend at Kohl's.
Alright, believe it or not, I think everything I'm doing here is a waste because it's all falling off this end. So let me get the toothpicks out of the way. Let me get that out of the way.
Dinner times change. Our quality hasn't. Reynolds Wrap. Oil made in the USA since 1947.
Now, I don't think that crack is going all the way through. No, it doesn't.
It's because we
Okay.
have thousands of people working hard to make our customers' experiences the best. It's because we have tens of thousands of cars ready to
So.
deliver to your doorstep. And it's why hundreds of thousands of happy customers have digitally purchased and bought their car online.
With that being said,
4.7 stars in the process. So if you didn't know about it before, now,
what I need to do here is, hold on.
car buying experience you deserve.
I like to plan my activities before I take a trip. So by the time I get there, I can just enjoy the ride.
Try to figure out a way of keeping that from bleeding out the back.
From walking tours in Rome to wine tasting in Tuscany.
I might as well do it now.
Like what you see, you can book it with ease.
I don't waste it all later.
TripAdvisor helps you make your trip a masterpiece. Read reviews, check hotel prices, book things to do. TripAdvisor.
By the handful, the
Here,
fistful,
because I'm pretty
and
sure
the sheepful.
that's where it's going.
Enjoy a bottomless steak fries at Red Robin. Basket after basketful.
The world's most popular wanderer, Where's Waldo, has a new home on Universal Kids. On a cool place. It's the Waldo.
And it's running out too fast to even think about it being soaking up.
Just like the original Where's Waldo books. You can
And if it was soaking in, like I thought it may,
pop out and I'm like, over here.
it was soaking in way too fast than it should have been.
New series Where's Waldo? Premieres tomorrow at 10. Only on Universal.
So the only thought that it could be was it was leaking out of that tape area. So we'll see. Yeah, it seems to be holding a little bit better. The toothpicks weren't really doing it.
We have 7-0 on our port to the breakwater.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, see, it seems to be holding much better now.
5 meters to the dock. 1 meter to the dock on our port quarter.
Great job calling it.
Again, I don't mind if it runs over. That I don't care about that at all. The main thing is getting it filled enough so when I sand it, it'll be even. Even if it's up, I don't care. That's just a little too high though. I gotta do something to get this down just a hair. Let me see, this may work.
All three of them were in the water, helping, teaching, engaging. It was fun. And then we were talking about the food, and then the last night I saw you real time during our charter make changes that made
Yeah, that seemed to have done it.
better. Whatever.
It is holding now. You can see that. It's well, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's not.
All right, everyone.
It's not draining out instantly. Let me put this back on here. So I keep wanting to grab for it and use it, and I don't want to use it. What I do need to do though is raise this up about there. So bringing this in will probably raise it up. So let's see. And then bring this over here. Okay, so that's where I need it. So.
You have a little bit of the jack. No.
Not even like a drunk makeup thing for Jack.
I like watching him because he's so entertaining.
Come on, you. Probably do what you put it in.
I think I'm more attracted to him.
Leveling it was probably going to be the first thing you want to do. I didn't realize it was going to leak like it was. I was trying to get it so that it was going to work the way I wanted it to work, the way I think I was going to need it to work. And it decided to work the way it wants to work by falling out of that hole because the tape was just not holding it. And now it's holding a little bit. We do have a little leakage, but nothing serious.
It was amazing. It was delicious.
I don't even know if it's leakage or if it's going to be more
It's $18,000.
seepage,
I did not expect this tip.
you know, or soakage. Soakage. It's soakage.